Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another super girlish episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty B. Thanks for watching. Look up in the sky, it's Supergirl. So, we know about the Berlanti series, we know he's working on it, we know that casting is going on, we know that casting details went out for both Alex, who is Supergirl's older foster sister, who doesn't exist in any incarnation in the comics as far as I know, and for Kara, who, of course, is Supergirl. Now, one of the things I've been hearing about on the interwebs lately is people complaining that because DC is always struggling to catch up with Marvel in the live-action department, they have to steal ideas and steal moves and steal thoughts. And I've agreed with this as far as the rush to try and get a team superhero film together, which the second installment of the Man of Steel universe, which is not a direct sequel but is in that world that they created with that movie, started with Superman in Man of Steel, is that they're now making the second movie with all these other heroes in it so that they can quickly get to Justice League to try and keep step with Marvel. So I've been saying that for a while, and that's okay. You want to get to that, but what I've always said is you probably want to plan it out a lot better and maybe take your time like Marvel did and have a really good franchise rather than just saying, well, we got to get to this and let's just cram it all in there right at once and get there. That being said, what I'm hearing now is clearly DC so wants to be Marvel so badly that just recently when Marvel announced that Carol Danvers is the new Captain Marvel in their line, and their Captain Marvel, obviously different than Shazam, which was DC's original Captain Marvel, her being called Carol Danvers, and now the announcement in Supergirl that Supergirl will be adopted by a family called the Danvers in the TV series, and that her name on the show will be Kara Danvers, has all these probably mostly Marvel fans saying, oh, great move, DC, gotta copy Marvel again. And I just wanted to say that from some of her earliest incarnations, Supergirl's name was Linda Danvers, and her actual Kryptonian name has always been Kara. So what they're doing is creating an amalgam of both of these names. And I really don't think it has anything to do with Marvel and their naming Captain Marvel, which probably isn't even going to sell. Carol Danvers. Supergirl is a much more popular, much more well-known character in comicdom, probably because she is connected to Superman, and a lot of people are saying she shouldn't even be a character, and have said, because it's really just a character that was created to be a female version of Superman and really has no place. The same as I've heard about Batgirl, I've heard about, Arrowette, any of the characters that are basically the same as their male counterpart and just happen to be female and didn't, when Superman was created, he was the lone survivor of Krypton. Now you got Krypto and Supergirl and dogs and cats and horses and the Kryptonian criminals show up. So suddenly, last son of Krypton doesn't mean that much when you got all these bad guys that are men who came from Krypton. And, lone survivor of Krypton doesn't always mean that much when you got dogs and cats and Supergirls and everything else. But Supergirl's been around for a long time. It's not a new thing. I'm very excited about the series. And I don't believe that the name Kara Danvers has anything to do with Carol Danvers or Marvel. Now, since we're on the subject, and I've sent a tweet out here and then, and I haven't had any notice by it, and I kind of know how Hollywood works. I know they don't normally accept unsolicited submissions. I know that they'll look at their Twitter and suddenly cast someone in the show. But since I'm talking about the show, I'm excited about the show. I love this superhero age we're in, and I'm a struggling actor with 2 young daughters, and I'm trying to make ends meet, but I want to be an actor and I want to do cool things. There's all these shows, and Berlanti seems to be involved with all of them. So, Greg Berlanti, this isn't an audition because I don't have a script, but I've done plenty of acting. I've done plenty of these shows. I think I'd be really great in any role that you'd like to put me in. So if you happen to see this, and someone might happen to tweet it to you, please give me a shout out, and you know, I'll do an audition by video of a scene or whatever it is you think that you'd like me to do, or not. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.
Payback for being a jerk.
What?